Hey, as you may or may not know, I'm currently facing allegations that points to me being a PDF. But hopefully in this debunk video, I can clear out if not all, most of the things that was used against me. If you'd like to comment, I hope you two actually heard what I said before you do so. Before I start explaining, let me tell you the whole timeline and what happened. At the date of 25th of February 2024, someone named Nya, whose name is now T-Wu, DM'd me from Sakurastan's Discord server, offering me something to trade with me, which I declined. Then that said user started to ask me questions. For example, how old are you and how tall are you? Obviously, I answered the questions as I don't really treat it as my personal information. Time goes by, the questions they were asking started to escalate into something sexual related. Sadly, since I was very sleepy at the time, and it was 7 a.m. in the morning, which I had school coming up, I answered the question without seeing it clearly. Obviously, as I read the questions correctly, I started to decline the requests and offers of them showing me their private parts. But regardless, that user sent me it without my consent and I never asked for it. After the image was sent, I told them to delete the image and I purged my responses to their inappropriate questions because they are very personal and I don't want them to spread misinformation or use my answers to weaponize against me. I also told them about not sending images to strangers that they just met. It might not be clear, but as you can see in the screenshots, they kept saying sorry because I was actively denying their request that they wanted to have inappropriate conversations with me. After that, I DM'd one of my friends, Razor, who gave me suggestions for my mental health as I was emotionally unstable at that time. I told him what happened and how I did not expect all of them to happen, then asked him for his opinions, which at that time he said it wasn't my fault for any of those to happen. After that, we ended the conversation. Okay, now, what happened here is that at the moment it happened, I received those messages when I just turned 18 years old, 5 months before the conversation happened. I did not realize the instant border between having conversations with minors, although I admit that it was my fault for not blocking the user. I unwillingly received those messages and contents as I did not consent any of those to be sent towards me. As I mentioned, when I realized the topic of the conversation, I told them I will not participate and I am not and never will be interested in the topic, and told them to stop with the topic and delete the inappropriate content. I've also told the user to start respecting themselves, as sending inappropriate content to strangers, if worse, people that are above the age of 18 is dangerous. I was sexually harassed without realizing. They were trying to push me into having inappropriate topics with them while I was actively turning them down. Without a doubt, I was definitely at fault here and should have taken a big part of accountability as I did not block them when they mentioned their age before having the conversation, or when they started to mention sexual contents and conversations. But I did not and never had any pedophilic intentions in the slightest. I did not engage any sexual conversations with them. I did not ask for not safe for work contents, and I did not consent for any of it happening. I would not deny that I'm still at fault here, as I'm an adult and I should have learned from people's mistake. But I rejected their offer after my realization hit hard enough. Though it was in the wrong timing and me deleting my responses made it look like I was trying to hide the evidence. I was just scared that I might be falsely accused of something that I clearly didn't intend to do. I'm guilty in some way, but I'm definitely not a PDF as people said. I did not groom anyone. And again, I know there was a better solution at this, but I was too naive that I believed I could lead someone online back on good track. I regret not blocking them to avoid getting myself into trouble. And that is all I have to say. I hope that explaining my side of this situation would make you, who's watching this video right now, understand what my intents are and the reasons behind my behaviors. Yes, I admit the choices I made that time to solve this problem went horribly wrong, but I never had intent to groom anyone or engage any sexual activity or conversation with them.